Today we are going to build a single page which has a book list, and we call Open Library API get the book list, and we are going to use Redux to handle the stage management. In React, if you pass value from parent component to child component, you use props. If you pass value from child component to parent component, you use callback functions. And if you want to pass value from siblings, like they don't have inheritance, the component don't have inheritance relationships, which you can use Redux or context. For the Redux, the architecture flow, you can see you have components, and it's like the dispatch action, which is like you fire an event, like the user click on the button, for example, add a book to a favorite collection, so it fire the book to a favorite event, so which is dispatch action of add favorite. Type is add favorite. The payload is book ID. For this is an example, like this is action, and then the dispatch action pass this to then it calculates the states using a reducer. The reducer is like doing the pure function, but doing updated states. States is the single source of truth, so this is the central place to save the states. And the reducer is the place where it manipulates the states. You do the manipulation. So, for example, it calculates the add favorite by the book ID and get a new immutable states of the favorite collection. And also, it can calculate the, for example, it has loading or something. Anyway, so it goes to the dispatched action goes to the reducer, but by the action type, it calculates the next states. So the new states will be new states will be stored in the store. Called store, the single place of truth. It has collection of books, for example, collection of favorites, and it has loading. The status of loading, it can be true or false. It can status of arrow can be null or string, and your components get the states from store by using a selector. So for example, you can select books. This is one of the states in the store. You can select favorites, the favorites collection, or you can select the favorite books. And your components use the hook of use selector to call the selector. And because this Redux is all the pure function, and if you have side effects like you load books from the API, so you can use Sunk. And the Sunk is the place you call for example, call web API, asynchronous operations. You can handle asynchronous operations. So this is all pure function, but then you call your long-running operations like call API, like other operations, which is async, you use Sunk. And the middleware is like you can pass first you can pass dispatch function to your Sunk functions, or you can pass get states from the store to your Sunk function, and use middleware pass these to the Sunk. And for example, your Sunk, you can dispatch the request, which is a loadbook request, and you can call the API, fetch it from the API, and after the operation, it can be success or failure, and you can dispatch these. And the dispatch will, again, the reducer will calculate the new states. And you can see the user click on, for example, user click on the comments, click on add favorite, the comment dispatch action, and which data flow of the book's ID, and the reducer receive action and update state immutable. So this is now immutable, it's immutable. Our immutable is one direction and it is immutable. And the style notify. There's a in-use broadcast pattern that style will notify all subscribe components. The style states changed. And because you use the use a hook of use selector, the selector extract the data from the states which comes from the store. You use selector to get the states from store, and the components will render the updated data. The key principle is a single source of truth, so all the states stores in a central place, and the state is read only. So it's only the dispatch action, the file event can change the state. So one direction, the dispatch action is like a file event, and it can change the states. The pure function is reducers are pure and predictable, like the side effects you put into a sunk. Immutable updates, so never mutable state directly, and unidirectional data flow. Data flow are in one direction. You can see one component dispatch action to reducer, get the dispatch action, calculate new states, save to store, and the selector pick up the states from store and pass it to component. Always in one direction. Okay, so let's start a new React application. So if you haven't installed Node.js, you can go on Google and type Node.js, download Node.js and install it. Get Node.js, Windows. And open, and next, accept, next, install. Okay, so complete the installation, click finish, and you can go to command and type in node -- version, check the version. It's 24.13.1. It's the newest version. And next, you need a code editor. I use VS Code. You can use Anti-Gravity too. You can download your VS Code from here. Well, I already downloaded. You can download and install it. And we are using Tailwind CSS. Tailwind. Yes, nice. Go to Tailwind CSS, get started. And we are using white. And to start create your project, you can go to your command, type in cmd at command and cd desktop, and let's say create a new folder called React books, and we can see the React books. Okay, so you can see npm create write latest, npm create write and latest. You need to install the white package. Click on yes. The project name is React Books, and select a framework. Use React. Use TypeScript. And use Vector 8 better? No. Install npm start now? Yes. So it will install scaffolding project and install dependencies. Okay, now it's scaffolded project, and you can see, you can go to this localhost port 5173, and your project is ready. So let's open it using VS Code. Open file, open folder, React books, select this folder. So now your React project is ready. We can Control C, terminate, and we can go to open the project. We can go to terminal, new terminal, and start application by npm run dev, We can open here and control click on this. We'll open the React application over here. And next, we going to install Tailwind CSS. Copy this. Go to your VS Code, Control C, and paste. Right click, paste it. npm install Tailwind CSS. Add tailwind/white. This will install the Tailwind CSS. Okay, so next we need config the white config. Go to your white.config.ts, and you need copy this, import, Tailwind from this package, and next is plugins. You need define config, install, paste it here. Copy this. Okay. Oh, not here. Okay, perfect. So we can save this, and next, import your CSS for the import Tailwind CSS. You need to import Tailwind CSS. Go to your source, index.css. And you don't need all these things anymore. The thing is, I remove it and only import the tailwind CSS over here and save it. And now let's test it by copy this, copy, and go to your type, remove everything. So now your app and you remove this. You don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. And you can paste class name and let's say random npm random. And you have the hello world. So let's say we want to get a very big. Okay, so first let's say we create our book list component. Go to your source folder and new folder, components, and make a new file, book list .tsx. So in case you haven't installed extensions for, let's say, ES7 Redux, search for ES7 and then you have the EX7 React Redux style component snippet, and you can install this. And so we have the book list, and we can say IFCE, and the shortcut RFC, and we'll create a book list component. And just say save it and go to your app.tsx and say we cut this. This is our start point, and we go to this here. The book list books, and we go to the app. We say book list, and it auto imported the book list component from the components. Okay. Control S to save it, and you can see we got the books. Right now our application start point is app.tsx, and a call to the book list component. The book list component just simply show the books. So we have the component, and next we are going to say we want this page action. For example, our This is a dispatch type of advert, but first we need to load books from the API. Let's starting with load books. Go back to the application. We can see we add a new folder for the Redux. We call it store. And in the store, we need first we create a new file called action types. Action types. We need some consts, and you can see. Let's say export const load the const use all uppercase load books request equal to string of load books request. And after the load book request, it can be either success or failure. Let's see. Load books success. Load book success, and we can say can be failure too. Load books failure, and this const will be string of load books failure. And also we have add favorite and remove favorite. Add favorite string of add favorite and remove favorite. Okay, so these action types, we just have the const of action types, which we define the const of these, which is simply is a const of screens. And to the, let's say, for the action, we need a type, and which is const of string, the type and payload. We need actions. We define the actions. So the star, we add a new file called actions.ts. Oh, nice. We can say we can export const, export const of. First we say load direction of load books request, and this is our function. Our function and what takes is type of, let's say, import the const star as types from the types const action types, and the type will be types dot loadbooks request as types dot as a type of types dot loadbooks request a TypeScript, and so the notebooks request simply don't need the payload. So you just say the action type is notebooks request, and we call the API, and the payload, when we say if it's success, the payload can be the books array, and if it's failure, the payload can be the error message. But for this notebooks request, the payload can be signal. And we can say we need to define a type of books. Create a new folder, types, a new file, book, types, LTS, and we define the books type, and this interface, and book, class ID of string, go ahead ID of string, and we say we have a volume info is a type of title of string, process, which is optional of array, a string, description, type of string, optional string, image links, optional of string, optional of object of thumbnail, optional of string, and published optional of string. And we have a book type, and then this we can say notebook success. We can say export const load book success, which equal to arrow function. It pass the view function by pass parameter of books, which is type of book, array import and return. Array function return that is it will return the type of types dot notebook success and type of this is the type of types the const dot notebook success. The second is the payload. The payload will be the books. If it's success, it contain the payload of the books. So if load book success and when we say it dispatch the function of loadbook request and go to the sunk function, and they dispatch this loadbook request. First dispatch loadbook request and it fetch from API and dispatch the loadbook success. So loadbook success contain the books from the books collection from the API. The payload will be notebook. The payload will be the books, and then it will be ready for the selector to pick up the books from a collection from the store and pass it to the components. This is the notebook success, and let's say report failure. Failure is, let's say, copy this. So the action of notebook failure, it will be simple. It will be error of string, and it always has the string. This will be failure. Okay. Now we can say, let's create a group of book actions. So we can say explore type. This is a type of books action, and will be either say return type is type of the book's request. It is the book section will be a group, and this will be success. Oh, failure. Notebooks. Okay, so we put it into a group, and this group is a type of book section. It can be either one of these types. Okay. So this is the action. And next we need a reducers. New file reducer. Test. And the reducer we can set out. This is a function, pure function. So it's function. box reducer, box reducer, and the function has two parameters, state, which is equal to initial state. We need an initial state, and action will be one of the book section. Import book section from actions, and we need a initial state. Let's see, it is const initial is type of books state. The books state, we need to define a books state. So go to our apps, and we can say expand. So you can see our diagram, but the style has the book states of a collection of books, collection of various loading, which is boolean, and array of string. So I can say export the interface books state, and this books state will has the books collection, books collection of book type of array, favorites, type of string array, loading of loading, and boolean. Error. String or not? Can be null. Okay. As book states, and so now we go back to action. Oh, we go back to reduce. Right, actually, the initial state can be book state. We import application, and this. Initial states, I say simpler books will be just empty array, variant empty array, loading false, and error not. And now we can go to the reducer. Reducer need an initial state, also an initial state, and this will be the books reducer will be returned have a book state, and this will be return a switch of dot depends on the type. They will be case x dot success. Let's see. case return. Let's say return something. And default will be the return state default initial state. This types dot let's say will be we will import the first we need to import the types. Types is the action types counts. Action types. So if it's the types of notebook, let's see, request, notebook request. So what we are going to return? I need to return split the state parameter. The state is not changed. Loading will be true. So it calculates loading, and loading need to be true. Error will be null. We don't know if there's error or not. So that's how the reducer calculates the states. And with case success, perhaps not notebook success, what I need to return is, let's say that split the state loading will be false. You can see the reducer is pure function, and it's only just calculate the computed state, next state, and the books will be the action payload. The load book success, if you see the action load book success, it packs the parameter of books, and the reducer will update the stores books collection over here in the reducer calculate the next stage, which it takes the payload actions payload, which load book success, the payload is books, and update the states books collection over here. Okay. And the next will be types dot loadbook filler. And the latest will return the object. Return object as same thing, split the state, and load will be false. Loading. And the error will be action dot payload. type loop feeling outcome purple type. Redux filler, okay. 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 And let's see. So that's what we need to load a book. Next, we say we needed a middleware and sync. Okay, we load the books from API load book request, and which we need a sync function, and we need a middleware. Let's say we have a function syncs new file syncs.ts, and we can export const load books, and the load books is simply a arrow function. It is a sync function creator, and will return the async operation over here. Async, we take the parameter dispatch type of array, and you can also have the get states type of array over here, but we only take one for our notebooks, and this will return the function return is first a dispatch notebook request, load option request, import notebook from actions. Notebook request action. And we'll try going to call the API. So let's say let's say the response equal to await, fetch, let's say simply fetch it from this DTP has, and www dot global EPS.com slash books slash v1 volumes, and max result will equal to 5. Order by go to elements and Fury equal to Oliver Sucks. That should be percentage 20 X. And we simply get the books from this API, Google API, and once the data will be the response.json. If success, and we dispatch load the book's success action. The payload will be the parameter will be data.items on inventory, and if it's error, fetch error, and then we dispatch load books failure. Load books failure, and error message will be failed to load books. And okay. Okay. And this is your it's called sync function, and which you can dispatch load books. And we need a middleware, so you can see this function. Where do you get dispatch? Okay, we need a middleware. Let's create a new file. Middleware. Middleware. Yes. Middleware is called const middleware equal to our function store of ID. This middleware for the React Redux. You get the store and next request of ID and pass the action. This is you just it's the same, and pass to the action finally and return. It either is a dispatch for either a function or some function. If let's say tag of the action equal to function, and which is a we need a return action. So you pass the start dispatch, and you need to pass start get state. this stars get dispatch and store get state will pass to this sunk function. You see, the sunk function return it need a dispatch object, and this is passed by the middleware. And if it's else, return simply return next action. Next action will be the regular actions, and these regular actions it can be the regular actions or the sunk function, and which is a function under the middleware. Just in this, and okay, fixes yeah. And next we need we need to get the star. So let's see, star.ts. And we say export const star equal to create star. Create star will pass the books reducer. Import books reducer. Well, we create star by using passing the reducer. And the second parameter is apply middleware, and we'll pass our sample middleware. And you can see the create star. Let's see, Control C. We need npm install Redux. Create star is from the package of Redux. Install the Redux package. Okay. Import. Okay. Add import from Redux and apply middle. Oh. We have the star and next part root state, and it will be return type and generic type of star dot test. The root state. Actually, the root state is simply that the state from the star, and export type dispatch. Equal to dispatch. Spout, you can see it quick. This is dispatch. Okay, now we have the star, and we can go to our app.tsx. App.tsx, and we can say we need a npm install, right? Redux. So this is the Redux is for the Redux for React, and the other package Redux is the general Redux package. And this we can say what the book list inside the provider. And this provider is from Redux provider, and the provider is say the star equal to star we have, the star we have over here. The prop is the star. Okay. So now if we simply build where our apps is a provider of Redux star. So every components inside our application share the same star. You can see single source of truth is that we have the provider star over here. And for our book list, let's move the book list. Okay, and in list we can say we want to load the books. To call the load the books, we can say const books, which equal to use selector, and yes, we say select books. We need to create this selector. So let's say go to our stars, new file, and with selectors, and we can say start select books equal to state, which state type of book state import, and so this arrow function will return states books collection. What this costs, and now go to our book list component. You can say the select books import we want. Okay, quick fix. Import import select books, and this const books will be alright. Now we have the, you can see we use the selector hook to get the books from the selector, and the selector get the books collection from the store, and so then it will be these books. You select these books will be subscribe to the broadcast event of the Redux state change. So any change to the books collection in the store's books collection will be is subscribed to these changes, and any changes it will be notified in our books this components this books const, and will be if there's changes and these components books will be notified, and will the UI will be updated. That's this. So let's say we have these books. We want a fair event of the, let's say, use effect page function of, so we want run this component loading. We want fare this page, actually this fare event here, which is this page load books, but sync function, load books function, it says any, and when it's common loading, it will fire this dispatch sync function of load books, and then this will be dispatch. So we need to say our const of dispatch, and this will be use dispatch, which from Redux. Okay. So these books will be displayed over here, but we'll say we have a type of all books, all the favorite books. First, let's say all books. We can remove this. I don't want this anymore. We can say first we want a div. The div has last name of mean height is screen, so it will occupy, this div will occupy the height of the screen, and bg gradient until here. For loop 50 to without a gradient indigo 100. We have a div occupy the height of our screen, And inside this div, another div, class name equal to max base of cell. So it will be in this kind of width. And margin O2, we go to the margin, automatic margin, we padding 6. And let's say how header. Let's see. The class name put the center and much bottom of 8. And we have flex the class name, go to flex and items and justify center cap 2 and margin bottom 2. So inside this column, the flex is in column, and we have H1, say Oliver X and the class name equal to text XL output text query 900 and next we have paragraph class name equal to text query 900 and let's say export and favorite books Oliver X Control S, save it, and so we have the Further, we have the background of gradient, and further, let's have tabs. Okay, so here we need the switcher, type switcher is all book, so favorite book. So let's say to do that, we say we have const of this is for use state hook. Let's say state active type, and then state active type, and this is and use state of the type is generic type, and the type is either all or direct, and the initial is all. And so now we can say types and this will be a two button, and click on it will set active type to either all of favorite, and the type is equal to all, either in all book or all the favorite book. So let's say we have a T, put it into a T, and you see flex. Let's just have a flex, and type of 2, margin bottom of 6, which right, rounded, large, writing 1, capital, small, and we have two buttons in the flex button. First button will be all books, and here we bind to the books dot length. The let's see, control lines. Zero. The books is let's see. Why there's no books? Network. 429. Oh, there's a limit. Alright, and let's give the class of class name, which will be class name will be say Redux one. Use one of the flags. Heading Y direction 2, heading X direction 4, rounded, medium, font, medium, 1, C, balance, and here we say the active, if active type equal to all, and then there will be BG in the current active is all books, and we got a color for this active color, and otherwise you can say X will be gray, this inactive color. And what's the class? I will use this to check if the states of active type equal to or not. And on click, the buttons on click will be say one to the function site active type to oh, this is all books, and for the favorite book, and we say site active type to favorites. Favorite, and then this will be the class name. Let's say it checks on favorite. And depends on favorite, it can be either active color or inactive color. This will be favorite. Favorites. And this should be favorites dot length. You need to define favorites. Let's say right now we don't need this. Favorites. Yes. So we can set the either goes to all books or favorites. And under this, okay, so now we are going to finish the loading books and display books first. Next, we are going to say use a click on the icon of the heart and can add to favorite and display the type of favorites. But first, we are going to do the all books. So the contents. Oh, here. Contents. And the contents, so we can check the thing is check the page status. It's loading. It has error. If there's loading, if it's loading and display loader, and if there's error, display the error message. And if there's not the status of loading, not error, we are going to show the outputs. And yeah, let's see. Loaded. And loading, we needed to say const loading equal use selector select loading and the selector we can see go to the selector and say this pro select loading. Here it's start out loading and quick fix update and bot. And we can have a general check loading. If it's loading, you can say we use the bracket. Say if it's loading and something. If it's not, something. So the let's see. Loading For the loading, we just say we put a loader. So say d class name equal to likes item center justify center writing y direction of 20 and this will be loader 2. We need import loader. We need import loader 2 from import but let's see loader 2 from the side this is direct and if loader 2 will be say a class name equal to list of 8 out of 8 text of indigo 600 running 8 bin and the text for this banner was equal to margin left of 2 and gray 600 and loading. This is the loading. And this ternary is trend ternary. If there's error, we can say const error is equal to use selector of selector, and we need go to the selector, say that's the selector equal to without error. Update import. Lucy to React. already. Okay, so you can say npm install lucid react and install the package and okay. Now, if there's error, the display error. Let's see, the error will be the class name will be the right, and that's for warning and error. Folder right, 200. And date large. P padding for exit. And I put arrow here, paragraph of this class name. Go to text right 800 and find the arrow state display here. Okay. So this ternary trend to next. Let's say healthy. Okay. So okay, if I say install, let's say we run the application. Okay. Runtime. I'll select loading. Okay. So save and let's rerun the window. Okay, so there's no error, and next we are going to show the books. Okay, so if there's all books, we can show the all books, but if there's favorite books, we can say they only display the subset of the all books. So we can say we define it all depends on which type you selected, or either all books or favorite book. So we can define display books. Okay, over here we can say class display books, which equal to active, and check on the state of active type. It can equal to all, and we say we return books. Use the ternary operator. Otherwise, we say favorite books. We need to say we need to define a favorite book, and let's say const favorite books, which equal to use selector of select favorite books. To select favorite books, we need to create this selector. So go to your style selectors and copy this and select favorite books, right? Books, and that should be we check on books. We can filter, use the high order function filter, and the high order function filter, we say the book goes to date and favorites dot content includes one and book.id. So this is the selector of favorite books and save it. Now we can say quick fix include update the import, and we can use display book over here. So this display book will be either all book or favorite book. And now Beacon has another ternary, so it's all chained together. So let's say display books. Check on the length. If it equal to 0, then ternary I check L D. Okay. So if the length is to 0, display but no book yet, and otherwise display book for here. So okay, so if notebook, we just simply say notebook, and get the class will be bg right rounded class. Rather medium item 8 medium 8 text under. And we have say heart from let's say the right, and this will be last record with h text 300 and x L2 L2 button 3, and we need have nice x 600 and check on the active type. If active type equal to favorite, let's say favorite, and binary of no favorite, otherwise no books. Okay, so if there's books, we can just say this be last name equal to space of y of 4, and this will be say display books dot map. We map the array with book goes to, and this will say name and we say book dot info dot title. Okay, so let's say we run the application. We can see the book titles. All books. Okay, class. Let's see. Class name. Okay. Okay. We see the book's title if it's all books. So now we can say we can add a book card component of book card. New file book card and so you can type in RAFCE. So you can see RFCE for rec arrow function export component. We create a book card. And for this component, book card component, it has some props. So from this parent component book list, this book card is a child component. It has some the book list try to pass the value to this children component. Actually, it's the book. So let's say we first create our interface, which is the props book card props, and this book card props has the book. Let's switch. That's what the parent component try to pass the value to it, and the book is from the types, and the the component has the book props, which is type of book card props. Props, and inside we will say const stop volume info. Actually, let's book volume info, which equal to book. And it has class for thumbnail equal to volume info dot image link dot thumbnail. And if it's now, simply empty string. And simply say authors is equal to volume product authors. But join them together with color or actually unknown. Description at description or no description. So we have these come up from the last props. So now we can see I'll go back to this and then say instead of display a title, just say book card and book. Go to book. Okay. Book card is and for this book card this book card, let's say remove this holder stuff from class name, which be BG Light founded match. Title medium heading phone for likes type full power title match. Title and the inside has D plus name, which will be likes link and we got display the thumbnail over here. Thumbnail, and this will be If there's thumbnail. Otherwise, for the thumbnail, say it has an image, and the image has source, will be thumbnail, thumbnail. Okay, and okay, and what alt text will be in info dot title last name dot 124 32 object power rounded, and if there's no image, we can display a default. There is W24 32 BG layout rounded, right item center, justify center, and we show book open, from I'll say direct open last name go to 8 8 next 3 and save it. And we see how the use the map and display these books. And there's no let's see book list. You don't volume info. Oh. write this, we can say key equal to book.id. And anyway, let's next we are going to show the title and the publish date and description. So let's say content. And the content will be and the class name is flex of 1 in place of 0. And next I'll have a new flex. Flex and start specify between F, 2, and the H3 we put the head here. The class name will be font, bold, text large, text 300 line cloud, and you get the title info dot title. Okay, have the title here. Next, Next, we say authors. And the class name, which will be x small x gray 500 one margin top of 1 author. And next will be the volume info, the publish date. If there is not now, and we display the yeah, this will be published on volume info dot publish date to the class name, which is text extra small, and maybe in gray text gray 500 margin top of 1. Description is the like a description, and get the class, say text now in gray margin top 2 1 class the image on the okay, so we got overflow hidden over here. to prevent the description to be overflowed. Okay, next we are going to say we will add the favorite button, and under the title we have a button, and the button which say this book card is the child component of book list. I'm passing the value. This is like the button is click. I pass the value to the book list. We want to use callback function. So to use a callback function, we say on favorite, which is a function, and this is the function signature arrow function, and it's a void function. So let's say the button once clicked, unclicked, and this will be pass this to onToggle function, to the parent onToggle function, onToggle favorite. On favorite, and this is the book, and on top of favorite. And now we can say we define the go back to the book list. We define the callback function of onToggle favorite. On this, you can say right now we need the onToggle favorite, the callback function, which is the arrow function of handle toggle favorite. Which pass the book.id. The handle toggle favorite, we define this function. The book is this current book, so we get book ID. So handle the callback function is divide the const handle toggle favorite equal to book ID type of string, and it will return and go back. We say right now we don't do anything, but actually handled by this we say need to have a favorites. Favorites. And let's say we select favorites. And we need a selector, photo style selector. Export. Select favorites. Will be the favorites collection. Yes. Import. And we handle this will be say if favorites includes how the function includes this book ID. Then we will say dispatch remove favorites. Favorite. And then that's the book ID. Else add favorites. Dispatch add favorite. Of the book ID. String and now what we need is add favorite and remove favorite the action. We haven't created this action. Let's go to you can say call it this. This is add favorite. And book ID. Type will be add favorite. Type add favorite. The payload will be book ID. And same thing as remove favorite. Remove favorite. That is remove favorite. And is remove favorite. And the payload is book ID. And the return type same thing. will be favorite and remove them. And the reducer will calculate a new state. So we can copy this. I paste it here. Add favorite. Our favorite is, you can see the new state will be using the spreading JavaScript spreading the Iris high order function of spreading and spreading the states. And this time we are not involved in loading. And the only thing we are going to change is the state's favorite collection. The favorite new state will be state dot favorites. And the nuts should be new calculated by append to the spread this current state favorite and get the action payload. That's the new ID append to this array. And that's the add favorite. And the remove favorites will be we calculate by use the this time we use the high order function. The state's favorites high order function filter and pass the ID we want to filter, which is ID not equal to action.payload. That's the what the book ID we want to remove. So that's the reducer, and go back and import this action. Okay, so now we have the callback function handle toggle favorite and go back to the card. So when this button is clicked and the book list, it will pass this function. Actually, it knows it's in the upper level inheritance components, which is the book list. Book list has this callback function, and we'll do the execution here. And we finish the UI. The button class name is Redux. E2 rounded and it's rounded in a circle area. PG 100 transition colors. And inside here, we got our art. This art we from say the direct. The class name will be So here we want to have a switch of its favorite. So we want the upper level component, the book list, the parent component, pass the its favorite to our child book card. So let's say we have a new. They say there needs to be a new prop is favorite, which is type of boolean, and its favorite. And here we can say now we can check on if its current is a favorite. So we can put if it's favorite and it's in red, and if it's not favorite, it's in gray. So that's normally we use that. We have backtick the string interpolation over here. So let's say normal string is w with 5, height 5, 5 in 5, 5 plus 5, and the dollar sign and curly bracket. Inside is the state of props is favorite, and ternary if it's is favorite, we can say fail right 100, and otherwise it's text 3 and 100. And go back to that book list. You can see we need past is favorite, which is equal to, let's say, we check on favorites and close. This book done. Okay, now it's a handle toggle the is favorite. Okay, so open the Chrome and you can see right now we have two problems. One, the image is not showing. One is the add to favorites. It does not turn to right when we click on add favorite. To debug the Redux, we can have an extension of, let's say, manage extensions. We can search Redux and go to the Chrome store. Search for Redux. And we have the Redux tab tool, add to Chrome, add extension. And it's already added to the Chrome. And if you click on it's gray, and it really seems for our application, it's still gray. And you can click on Redux Step 2, open. And the instruction is the GitHub. We need our is start with middleware. We need go to the store, go to store, and we need create add a compose enhancer and add this compose from Redux, and we can see we used the compose enhancer instead of simple apply middleware. Compose enhancer, and we save it. We go to the Chrome, we reload, and we see the Redux Dev 2 turn to active. And how to debug this is when we click on this, we can also use more tools, the developer tools, and go to Redux. When we click on this, it dispatch the add favorite action, and let's see, dispatch remove favorite action. So this seems let's see, it first the action correctly. The only thing is it didn't show the right. Let's see, box card. On toggle favorite and each favorite. Loading. Oh, we can say text, right, 500, Ctrl S, and okay, so now it's correct. If we click on it, and it's, so we can see we fired the action correctly, and it should be showing the hardening right, and our code just missed the text right 500. If we show the text right 500 and shows it correctly right, so that's one thing. And we click on favorite, and it's there's in the favorite collection. The other thing is this image. And we can check on the state of books and the volume info, the image links. Oh, image links have the thumbnail in the image links. So go to our types, image links, the thumbnail. And the other code is the image links dot thumbnail. we have spelling. That's new, and we have spelling over here. And now, if we reload books, go to the books and volume info. Image links, thumbnail. We correct it over here. Let's see. Search for no. Let's say we save all and we open. Okay, now we have our images. So you can see using the Chrome, the Redux. You see the states, and you can see the states we want to see, the books, the favorites, the loading, and see when we add the favorite, you can see the favorites is updated. Okay, perfect. So that's the Redux we are using.